Good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning. Monday, the week of Christmas. Woo, where'd the time go this year? Good morning, Frizzy and BB and Tammy. Those are all I see so far on Restream. Let's see. Let's go over to YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Things working a little on the sluggish side this morning. Let's see. Good morning, Lisa H. and Lynn and Anna, Marianne. Let's see. And Tank, good morning. Good morning, everybody. So it is Monday morning, and we're just kind of playing things by ear today. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to, whatever floats my fancy, work on it this morning. So I'm confident I'll get the pants for my daughter done. I still have to get a floppy cat done, but that won't take me long. And then I gotta start working on those squares up there. Oh no, Marianne. Ugh. Lots of water. Lots of water. All right, I'm gonna open up Saturday, Sunday, and today's Advent, if I can. Nothing in there. Okay, so this is day 20, getting a little more of that yellow. That hello, Lilo. So cute. These little minis are so cute. And then, let's see. A little more Lilo. Little more Lilo. Less green, more Lilo. It's a shiny yellow. A little bit of speckling going on in there. Come on, camera, what happened? You had it for a second. Little more yellow. Oh, there's something in there. Every other box has a little stitch marker or piece of candy. And here is this one. It's these retro glittery shapes. Oh no, Tank. Eee. Melissa G. Good morning. I need to know a t-shirt color that you like to wear that goes with whatever. Good morning, Grammy Rita. Was it Paula? I hope she got the... I haven't seen a purchase or anything, but I didn't want to share links through the Zoom, so I was like that. I sent a private message to her and told her that it was on my Ko-Fi page and she could find me under my channel name, JB's Crochet, so we'll see. Anyway, okay, so today's 22. You're going to try. Tag, trust me, we understand. If you can't make it because you fall asleep because of meds, then, we understand. Good morning, Sharon. Yep, so now the yellow is we're starting to see that cream come back through. Like, I was wondering if it was going to circle back around to the cream, to those cream colors. So, and that is, 'tis what it's doing. I don't know that you can see it doing it with these three, but yeah, you can kind of sort of see it, but in person you can see it going from less and less green to yellow to that cream up here. So I'm going to try and hook these on here. See if I can get them on without it falling off out of my thinners. I got the first few on here, the first several on here by using a tapestry needle. So this is, you know, I'm trying to do this and grab a thin string of yarn through here and make sure it doesn't fall. Ugh, ouch. There we go. Only got 2 more left to put on there, y'all. 2. And I bet it's going to go back into that cream somehow. That is so cool. I don't know what I'm going to make with that. How many yards will I end up having and what will I make? So they're 10 grams a piece. I don't know what the yardage is. 46 yards. So 46 times 24. Plus the big yarn right here. Plus that one. I don't know what weight yarn that one is. I'm assuming it's a fingering weight. The skunk's look is very overrated. Oh my goodness, Sharon. You're too funny. I don't know. What is 46 times 24? It's 24. So I'll have about 1,000 yards. That's not bad. Nice. I don't know what I'll make with that. So, speaking of makes, I have been racking my brain all weekend, y'all, on this yarn. What am I going to make with this? What am I going to make with this? I have about, was it 1,200 yards-ish? 1,200 to 1,300 yards of just this color, right? And I don't want to make a blanket because I don't want a teeny tiny little throw blanket. I want something to wrap up in, right? Yep, I have the energy drink this morning. I was running out of time to make coffee, so I decided to do that. So yeah, I don't want to make a blanket. And I'm not really a shawl wearer. I occasionally throw this poncho on. And I haven't quite found a poncho that I'm like, I want to wear it, right? So, funny enough, I happen to be just, you know, looking through things, and Friday, Saturday, and before the Zoom on Sunday, I was like looking around. I kept seeing the pocket shawls and all that. Ooh, fancy homemade coffee. Nice, Lana. No worries, Rebecca. I just appreciate you being so supportive and wanting to keep me running like you do. So whether you're here or not, I appreciate you. Kimberly, good morning. I need to order some Christmas stitch markers from you. I know it's a little late at this point. I've gotten a few. I got a couple for our freebies from you, but I need to buy some. Sure, you still have some. Good morning, Andrea Rose. So anyway, I was thinking of a pocket wrap shawl thingamabobber. Basically making like a third of a blanket, right? Making it wide enough that I can throw it over my shoulders like a scarf and maybe possibly have pockets. I don't know how I feel about the hoods, the hooded ones. I don't really put hoods over my head except if it's like if I'm outside and if I'm outside for a length of time and it's windy. So, good morning, Magic Frog. So I don't know. I think I'm looking at one of those pocket scarf shawl thingies. And what I was thinking of doing is doing a sampler, a stitch sampler, where each row or two would be, depending on the stitch, because some stitches are 1 or 2 row repeats. Yeah, so I was thinking doing some sort of stitch sampler, you know, trying to find some of my, I guess, quote unquote favorite stitches. I mean, I love the half double crochet, but like, you know, like the extended doubles, the, you know, the texture stitches that are fun to make, the blanket stitch, the Suzette, the, you know, ones with like texture to it. But like figure out a way to do a several rows of stitch sampler. I just don't know what stitches yet. So because the thing is I have to make sure if I'm going to use this yarn, the stitches can't be too busy for this yarn. But I can still use the other two. Good night. Good night, Lydia. Well, thanks for popping in and leaving your support before you head off to bed. Stumble, 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 pounce. Wobbly, wobbly pounce. Wobbly pounces. I don't know. But then there's another idea I found where it is literally a 2-row repeat. It does a granny stitch and then it alternates with a V-stitch. So like in between the granny stitches are a V-stitch, and it makes it kind of look like where like you do this, the granny stitch, the granny cluster in this yarn, and then you do like your V-stitch in the cream, and it like outlines. Oh, I hear the turkeys. It outlines the granny cluster, and it just makes it look really like trellisy kind of looking. It's really pretty. The Elizabeth stitch, yes, I recently came across that one this weekend. Like, my goodness, guys, you must be like right outside my door somewhere because those turkeys are loud. Yep. It looks like Lydia's heading off to snooze land. It's her bedtime. It's her bedtime. So, I suppose I'll show you my granny square pants. Well, the progress. I'm really bad at saving things until they're done. I'm really bad at it. Like, I want to show you guys progress, right? So, here is the waist. When I was joining these, I joined the row before joining, or I finished the row before joining. So I have to seam this one up right here, these two, but these two down here I actually managed to join. So I just have the one area I need to seam. So that's the top, and then I stitch markered the tube of granny squares that I have done for one leg to the one side because I wanted to see what it was going to look like and see if it's going to work out. So I have one more row to add on to this leg because she needs 7 squares tall. She's 7 squares around and 7 squares tall. So I have to do another row on this end and then give it a nice clean edge. So that way it's not as like it's not the edge isn't even. I can't figure out how to show that to you. So like the bottom, it's cute, but it's not even. So I'm going to give it a nice clean even edge on the bottom. And then I need to do another tube of leg stitches or leg to put over here. And then I got to figure out how to close this area off. But because her legs are only 3 squares around and she's 7 squares around at the waist. So it's like I have to divide the back one in half. So I'm going to have to seam these up. And that's why I didn't join as I went on the legs, because I have an odd number of waist squares compared to her leg squares. So I have to hand seam it, which will be fine. And then I just have to figure out how to do the crotch area for her. Oh no. Knee problems are never fun. You're making your mom's blanket with it now. What's it now? Oh, with the Elizabeth stitch. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, fun. Please hold. Good morning, Miguel. It has not been too long. You're fine. Yes. Tank, I keep everyone who ever gets sick or hurt in my prayers. So yes. Yes, the flu is not fun, but yeah. Ooh. Being sick isn't fun no matter what it is. So anyway, I don't know what I want to work on this morning. I know I should work on those pants or my floppy cat, but I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment where I don't know what I want to do. Because I need to get this thing done. The hair in there. I don't remember what hook I was using because it's not in here. Could anybody recall the hook I was using with this? Anybody? Yeah. Yeah, I know she'll take good care of herself. She's a nurse, so she'll take good care of herself. Although nurses and doctors are their own worst patients. But I mean, she'll take care of herself and her family. Oh no, Miguel. I don't know what hook I was using on this. I can't work on that floppy cat right now because I don't know what hook I was using. I gotta go look that up. Hem. I'm thinking, you know what? I might cake up some yarn. Might do that. So I need to clean up my desk a little bit here. So I'll just talk with you guys and clean up because, like I said, working on the granny square pants, I need to it doesn't require 100% of my, well, it takes 100% of my attention, but well, that works. Okay, so I do have my planner pad upstairs that I forgot to bring down here, so I can't do that either. All right, is that going to give me enough room? No milk? No milk for your coffee? Well, see, I don't do milk in my coffee, so I don't feel the pain. I don't want to undo my winder from here, though. Oh, and guess what? I'm going to have exactly 4 squares left over from the granny squares that I've been making for the pants. So that means I'm going to be making a granny fanny. Real butter. That sounds interesting. Walmart delivery coming, huh? I have a FedEx and a Amazon delivery coming today because my husband ordered something. He wasn't going to get me anything. He's like, I just let you get whatever you want whenever you want it. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know. It's been so long since I've actually gotten gifts for Christmas. And I was like, I kind of want gifts for Christmas. I was being selfish. And I think he finally ordered something for me. So I feel a little bad, but at the same time, I'm like, well, what did he get me? You know? You have some powdered vanilla creamer, so I'll have to do. There you go. Good morning, Jay. I'd send you some creamer, Julianne, but I think it would be like a week later before you actually got it, and it doesn't do you any good today. So I'm cleaning up my box of yarn over here from my granny squares that I made with the granny square card deck. And some of the skeins are going to be left alone because they're full enough that I can just put them up as is. Sorry. I'm trying to pull this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me know if this is, it does rattle the whole desk, so let me know if the screen shakes too much and if it's too loud for you guys. Y'all, I've had this ball winder. It's a Stanwood ball winder going on almost 10 years. I replaced the gears on it one time. And the gears that I replaced, I didn't replace the gear underneath the cone itself, just here on the winder part. And my husband helped me with it, but on their website where I was able to find the gears replacements, it was $16.95, and then it gave free U.S. shipping. There was no minimum. It just said free U.S. shipping. Well, congratulations, Melissa G. Happy anniversary. But yeah, for $16.95 plus what I initially spent on this thing, it was worth the investment. It has wound a lot of yarn. You need a cutting board cover for your oven. Oh, that would be fun. We have a cooktop, stove, and a wall oven, so they're separate of each other. And I've gotten spoiled by that. Bend over to use the oven. And when we go to redo the kitchen, which we do plan to do, because we don't like the kitchen it functions, we just don't like the way it is because it's of how they did it. They painted the cabinets, and it's okay. I have nothing against painted cabinets. I just prefer cabinets that are just not painted, but look nice. And just the hardware they used is horrible. It's these long, thin, cylindrical handles, and they're a pain. You get caught on them when you walk by. They had plans to put glass in the upper cabinets, and they never did when we moved in. So we were utilizing the cabinets with the open area of the door. And then I just got to the point where I just tore the door. I didn't tear them off. Why did my monitor just go black? I took the doors off because I'm like, we're going through the door anyway. And sometimes we would have to open the door up to get certain big things out. So just a 3-foot area. We have countertops, but the kitchen isn't huge. Our house was built in the 60s, so the kitchen is kind of small. Because houses in the 60s weren't, rooms were still not made big, but we don't need them big. It's just for 5 people in the kitchen. I don't like being in my kitchen when there's more than me and one other person. It just gets too crowded. So why is my monitor being so silly? This feels like it's taking me forever to wind this one skein up, but I'm trying not to do it too fast because I don't want it to be too loud for you guys. And now I'm stuck. Because it's done. It's done. It's done. Just when I think it's taking too long. It's like the stoplights. When I go to a stoplight, I'm like, just as I go to think, this light's taking too long, it starts turning green. It's like, okay. I've got the internal clock of good timing, I guess. Nice little cake. So for the longest time, this yarn winder would not fit an entirely new skein of yarn on it, which it still kind of doesn't do that anyway. I don't know if it's bent in some way. I don't know, but it winds fine. It gets the majority, and I've gotten ways to figure out how to get them on here, but this is supposed to do up to 10 ounces, and it don't do up to 10 ounces. It barely does 7, but that's okay. 7's plenty. Kendall, good morning. You live in a, oh my goodness, tank. That actually sounds glorious. I mean, for 5 people, it doesn't. It sounds glorious for just me and my husband. Kendall, how are you doing? And good morning, Nana Mariana. No pouncing, Kendall. Give her big ol' gentle snuggle hugs. Give her a snuggle instead of a pounce. I know, right, Melissa? Did you tell me what color shirt you like wearing? I don't remember if I missed that. See, I could put these inside of my cakes before I pull them off, and then they're inside there, but I don't like storing these in there. What I need to do is just get a rubber band, maybe, and rubber band it around like that. I don't know. Sometimes if the cake's small enough, you could put it around it, but this one, actually, you know what I could do? If I had I do have my tape. I don't have scissors. I lost my yellow-handled scissors. I don't know where they're at. They're around here somewhere. Somebody used them and forgot they used them, whether that be me or somebody else. And yeah. Nope. Tape's not going to reach that. Ugh. Whatever. One sent you. Oh, that's so cool, Valerie. Where did you find me at through him? How did that happen? So white it is. Gotcha. I know. Well, it's already off the cake at this point, so it's not going in there. I mean, I could roll it up and stuff it in there. I think I can go from the bottom because there's a bit of a hole down here. I can fish it up through there, but I just don't want to risk pushing the yarn back out the top. Which it's doing. But I think I'll just leave it at that. It's in there. It just doesn't sit very flat now. So I could be working on my granny squares for my pants this morning, but you know what? I just felt like, I don't know, taking a little break from that right now. Oh, he did? How did I miss that? I watch his lives. You can't wear t-shirts. What live was that, Valerie? I need to know because I need to go watch it. Like, I watch all his lives, but like, I need to go back and watch the last week or 2 of lives because I've apparently missed something. I usually watch them and watch the replays and things if I can't make them. Good morning, Arrow. Arrow, it is probably going to be after Christmas that I get your shawl sent out. It probably won't be this week. Oh, what is going on with this yarn? Oh, it's pulling this one through there, that's why. What am I missing? Oh. I forget your name's Marjorie, Arrow Lover. I like calling you Arrow, though. There's just something fun about it. And I'm used to it. Give me. Thank you. Back in there. Yeah, I gotta get that sent out, and then I gotta get blankets sent out for Boggy. And then I need to mail my sister hers, but I'm hoping I'll see her. I wish she would come down to my mom's this weekend so I could give her her present without having. She lives an hour from me, but I'm gonna have to mail it to her gift. And that thing's not small, so. But anyway, yeah, I have a poncho idea I want to try out. I will at some point be working on that. And then, what's the other one I was going to do? Oh yeah, my scarf, my Stitch Sampler pocket wrap shawl scarf thingy bobber. The Prada safety pin. It's such a difficult pin to make too, let me tell you. That's a toughie. I think that's a pretty advanced tutorial there. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that people are paying money. And all they're doing is paying for the name. They're not paying. It's got to be made from gold. I mean, that and the name on it. Like, other than that, and then like what kind of fiber are they using? Are they using silk, like alpaca? You know, something that's like expensive. Like the materials of this stuff needs to be like high quality materials for it to be worth the what is it? What are those pins? Were they like $500-$600 for those things? I think we should all, as a community, start like just make those and see if we can't sell them. Be like, what's a word that sounds like Prada without saying Prada? A Plata, PLA, a Plata knockoff pin, you know, and all you have to do is pay $50 for it, not $500 for it. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these in an hour. It just $775. So you could sell one and call it a knockoff and sell it for $75, and somebody will buy it, right? The pin. So are you, Margaret? You're talking about the pins where they have like what, 8 single crochets on a safety pin? I'll make some of those. Look, I have gold yarn right here. I can make one. The pin, brass pins. Nada. Yes, Magic Frog. That I'm gonna make some of those. I'm gonna call them the Nada pins. They're not a big deal. Not a Prada. It's not a Prada. There you go. I'll make them too. That's exactly it, Lisa. They are literally just paying for Prada's a Prada product. That's it. And who's making the pins? You know, I've been hearing that come up a lot lately, like on a couple different channels. I've been hearing people talk about these homemade items being sold for little to nothing on websites and things, and you know, people are being paid pennies to make these things. And that's what I'm wondering, you know, and I don't necessarily, I'm not calling Prada out or anything, but I mean, the shoe fits, I guess, but I don't really think highly of Prada. I'm guessing that, you know, that those pins are made by people. I did it again. I slid it off without putting the paper in it. Nada is the see, like seriously, Nada pins, not a Prada pin. I copyright that with Magic Frog as credit. They have a Prada charm. Well, that Prada charm isn't worth nothing. It's got, again, just the name. I know, right? Not gonna happen. I seriously, I want to get some brass pins. I'm gonna take this gold yarn right here, and I'm gonna put it on there, and be like, look, it's not a Prada pin. Exactly, Margaret. Exactly. You know, I don't trust Prada to have somebody like one of us making those pins for them. The good thing is they don't have to make very many, because not a lot of people are going to spend $800 on a flipping pin with yarn on it. And I would love to know, what kind of yarn are they using? Because if it's acrylic, it's even cheaper to be made. Even the premium acrylic out there isn't that expensive, I don't think. It's the alpacas and the silks, the wools, you know, those are the more expensive ones. I know, the buzz, that's like, stop giving them the attention, right, Melissa? I have no Prada in my house, nor do I ever want to have Prada. All right, let's see. I'm going to do green. Green is next. I bet it's going to be a smaller cake, because there ain't much left of this one. Maybe cotton. The not a Prada version. I just love that name, not a Prada. Seriously, I am gonna make some of those. What size pins are they though? Are they like 2 inches? I'm not joking. I'm going on Amazon, and I'm gonna buy some brass clothespins or safety pins. Brass safety pins. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Dritz, the sewing company, sells them. 20 pack for $8. That's funny. Let's see, $8. Divide that by 20. That's 40 cents a pin. Yo, you have a Prada leather wallet? You've been to Prada back in 76. So it's a cotton yarn. So like a Pima cotton, probably. I got lots of cotton I can use. But see, we're going for not a Prada's, so the Prada Museum. I don't know. From what I've seen of Prada, I'm not a fan of their fashion. It's just not something. It's just not my cup of tea or my cup of coffee. It's, you know, each their own. You put a bunch in your private craft wish list. When can I get these? I could get them by Wednesday if I ordered them right now. I could get some silver ones today, but I want brass ones. I bet I could go to Hobby Lobby and get brass ones in the sewing department. Yep, I bet I could. Bet I could. Might just have to. I don't know if I want to get out today. I got my grocery I got grocery pickup yesterday for the first time in months. That was nice. I was like, why have I not been doing this? It is just a little bit of crochet on a pin. It's literally what, like 8 single crochets or something on it? I can't remember how many's on it. It's like 8 or 10. Oh, thank you, Nana Marie. Is it Mariana? Am I saying your name correctly? Crochet and More. Thank you so much. Ooh, I want to see something. I just saw this when I was logging in this morning. What is this? Ooh, look, we can play Christmas music. That don't sound like Christmas music. Oh yeah, I wanted to look up the Prada pins. All right, we're gonna look these up. Prada, not a Prada's. I love that Prada pin. Crochet. Oh, not the shirt. With a crochet. Prada pin. Oh yeah, and they have like a little charm hanging off of them. Oh my gosh, 2 out of 5 stars. No, make your own Prada pins. That's so funny. So they've got, looks like 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Excuse me, 12 Prada pins. I mean, single crochets. Aw, thank you. You gifted memberships, and let's see, Marchwin, Karen, JSP, Empty Nest Gardens, and Yarnworks by Lydia, who went to bed, and Suzanne, the Swedish Yarny Hook. Love that. No worries, Sharon. And Lynn and Nana's been a member for 6 months. Yeah. Frizzy's been a member for 7 months. Yeah. My green is low, so it's going to probably give me the most issues. I'm assuming this isn't bothering anybody with the caking of the yarn. Kimberly has been a member for 13 months. You started a new project yesterday, Jay. Do tell. Give us details, please. Oh, and did we ever figure out what live I got shouted out on? Because I have got to go watch that one. I am not going to forget about that. You know, now I'm going to go watch all his lives just to be able to figure out which one it was. Right, Frizzy? Like, they don't have good reviews, but yet they're getting so much traction. I think they're getting so much attention because of people like us. We're like, excuse me, we could make stuff like that. Why does Prada get all the attention? Not that I want as much attention as Prada gets. I'm good. Don't forget. See, this one's so small that this one's gonna it's gonna be like a rolling pin for it. What you working on? Mariana. Okay. Yay! All right, ready? So much easier. And it doesn't, yeah. It's such a little cake. Oh, look at this. It's like a fall cake, y'all. Look, Fortunate by Creations, Kimberly. I made a Fortunate Creations by Kim's autumn cake. Love it. I could almost leave it like that and make it an autumn cake. But I'm not gonna. But I mean, she was making cakes like that, wasn't she? And they were really cool. I'm not making fun of it. I'm like, that, I thought it was good. A pretty creative idea. Pretty creative idea. I need to go watch her live from Sunday yesterday because she goes live when I'm in church. Let's see. I decided to torture myself. It started a wall fillet crochet tapestry out of dental. Ooh, Jay, my goodness gracious. Well, Magic Frog, go lay down. Thank you for your creative name there, not a Prada. Like, seriously, I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby, or I don't want to go to Walmart, so I'm probably gonna go to Hobby Lobby. I need to do it early enough in the day though, because it may be busy today with it being the week of Christmas. Kendall's been a member for 12 months. Let's see. I don't have anything fun on here. Sparkles. It's floating Christmas ornaments. Couldn't think of what to call it. There we go. Woohoo! For all the members. That's fun. Congrats to all the members, and thank you guys for being on here with me. Good morning. Kim is very creative. Like, I am so jealous of the ideas she comes up with. I'm like, I wish I could come up with ideas like that. But no, I get all my creativityness. Well, I get what I get from God, and then I get the rest of it from inspiration through Him, by others through Him. Jay, I feel you on that one. You hope to finish it the next year. You got this. You got this. Marianne, please be careful. Please let us know when you come back. I think I'm only going to have one skein out of all of these that I'm not going to cake up. Nandy, welcome, welcome, wherever you are. There you are. Ouch, that was my leg kicking the table. And I'm winding up yarn and chatting with you guys. And I have cotton yarn that wants to become part of the acrylic yarn right here. See it? Keeps trying to become one with the acrylic. I never got my magic pot holders done, so I got to work on that too. Yes. Well, yeah. Because she's not a permanent camper, I think they would move around too much. But yeah, she needs something. Where she could just walk straight out and not have to walk down steps. Ooh, do y'all hear the static on that? The only thing I don't like about winding up yarn is all the static it creates. And then I have issues with it winding because it gets all like it makes the yarn do silly things. Yeah, it's those bedroom steps that get her. She's had an occasional fall out the front steps, but not mostly around the bedroom ones. Ouch. But no falls. No falls, Marianne. Be safe. Please come back to us unharmed after the delivery. This. You're hopefully getting. Are you getting them out? Are you? I'm assuming you're still in the hospital, right? Or did you go home? I don't know how long they keep you after stuff like that. You also lined your first cowl and it came out awesome, but too much sewing for my liking. I know. I want to make a bag. I'm going to make a bag out of my extra squares for the pants for my daughter, and I want to sew the lining onto this without a machine. Been told that sewing lining to zippers is a pain in the tuchus, but I don't want to get the machine out. I don't want to get it out because I don't use sewing machines, so like I would have to have my husband help me, and I don't know. I don't want to bother him with that just to do it, you know. So I'm like, meh. I'm assuming getting them taken out, right? Since you had the surgery recently. All right, we've done 4. And it's 8:22. I love this yarn. So, anywho, I got a kick out of that not a product. I seriously want to make some of those and see what happens. I'm going to start an Etsy store because of all the things I've heard, and I'm not a very big, you know, channel, and I don't really want to get inundated with things, so it's like, I don't think I would. I just don't want to. I'm really bad about getting things out quickly as it is. I would not be able to ship things out, you know, I don't know. I just, watching Passionate Kelsey, she spent like 6 days of her Vlogmas packing orders, and she had like over 400 orders at one point. She got to the point where she was, I think, December 19th, so just a few days ago, she finally got her orders down to nothing, and I think she got everything shipped out before the weekend, so that way it got shipped out before Christmas. It may not arrive by Christmas, but it all got shipped out before Christmas. But just, she's like just doing that by herself. I'm sure she had a little help from Caesar, her boyfriend, but I'm just like, I don't know how she does that. She gets bought out so quickly on her stuff. I can neither confirm nor deny I bought one of her totes though. Did I show you guys the tote I got from her? It inspired me. I want to make my own totes. But hers was so creative because she has her name Passionate, and the knit part of it is spelled K-N-I-T, just like knitting. But she's not a one pony show. What is it? Am I saying that right? She's a, you know, she does knitting and crochet and does both very quickly. She is a machine. When she knows how to do something, she whips through things like crazy. Right, Sharon? I mean, if they're spending $775 on something like that, like what kind of cotton are they using is what I want to know. Like, I mean, literally, the $775 is literally because it's a Prada product. There ain't no way they're using, and we've obviously already found out that, you know, they're using brass for the metal and not anything worthwhile for $775. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you, it's crazy. But I love those colors together. They're pretty. They're pretty. Most of these cakes are very similar in size, except for the green. Like, see, this one is almost a full one, but not quite. Most of them are like that. The only one I probably am not going to do cake up is this one. It is like, you can tell it's been used a little bit, but I'm literally just going to wrap the two, like this one end that's a little long, I'm just going to wrap it around the outside and tuck it in like that and put it in there with the purples. Walmart works for you. I know, it should be gold for that money. Although if it was gold, it'd probably be like $2,000. Yep, it's just the name on it. That's why I don't think I would sell any, to be honest. Like, and the colors they use, like pink and olive green, sky blue and a brown, chocolate brown, orange and a caramel brown color. I could totally make those. I wonder if people are actually selling these though. I just can't believe that. Anyway. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Whew. No falls, right? Ooh, you got 4 Reese's Pieces canes with candy in it? You know, I went to Target to look at stocking stuffers and stuff, and I was thinking, I need to get my husband a couple things, which I have. And I was trying to look for those exact ones. Not the Reese's Pieces. Well, I was actually looking for either one. I was looking for the Reese's Pieces, or any Reese's, however you call it, of those candy cane things. And I finally found one with the little minis, the Reese's minis in it. So I got him that. Right, I figured, Margaret, had to be a thrifty thing. I figured for you you had gotten it through a thrift of some sort, whether you bought it at a thrift store or. It's throwing yarn up in my nose. I can see it flying everywhere. I need a fan from behind me blowing the yarn that way. It's itching my face. Is this bothering anybody at all, the yarn winder? It doesn't seem to be shaking the camera too badly. I try to stop every little bit and get the static discharged. Yep. I do, you know, Tank, that stands for a lot of people. Even, I would say, even for me, I buy a lot of useless things, but it's a buying obsession for me, I think, an addiction. And because I'm just always wanting to buy stuff, you know, but I'm trying really hard to buy things that I will use. And so I have a lot of things sitting on my desk that I said I was going to use when I bought it, and a lot of it's just sitting here, but a lot of it I do use. Like these steel hooks that I bought, the Clover steel hooks, like, I don't know if I'll ever use those, so like, why? I can hear the static just, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. It's like this clicking sound. Click, click, there it goes. You hear it again. Click, 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 click. It's like a little sound. I wish you guys could see the yarn in here. It holds its shape even upright. The owner or workers would grab it first. Yep. Sorry for the sound. It like fell over, and so it's rubbing on the. Oh, yeah, set itself back up. It's rubbing on the the yarn, what is it called? Why can my brain not think? The ball band. Just looks it. Yeah, those cement blocks, they'll get you. They didn't make yours extra soft. What we're doing upstairs. Rearranging the house again. Alright. This one's a little bigger because, again, not as much was used, so. The yarn winder is kind of a comforting noise. I bought the likey hooks and some hooks that are fake furls, never use them. Yeah, I have some hooks like that too, Tank. I have a lot of hooks like that where, you know, I was like, ooh, they're pretty. I want to have them because everybody else has them. But I don't use them. I'm not a fan of the furls, to be honest. Like, I know some people are, but I'm not. Not because they're bad hooks. I just don't prefer them. I prefer these clovers and the dots. I have been converted a little bit onto the prims, and so therefore these Yarnology ones, they're not too bad. I like those. Impulse, yes, impulse buys. I'm really bad about impulsively buying things. I almost every holiday, birthday, Christmas, I get my husband t-shirts, and he's like, I got enough t-shirts the other day. I'm like, I know, but it's not the same as me making one for you. I can make one for you now. I have all the tools and whatnot to make him a t-shirt. So, and then I asked him what color shirt he wanted, and he says, I don't care. So I said, okay, I'll buy you a pink one. Actually, no, he said he just didn't want white like Melissa. So white it is. White for everybody. When you tell me you don't know, you get what you don't want. No, I'm joking. So I bought a 2-pack of soft Gildan t-shirts, 2X for him. And I got some vinyl too off of Amazon. And so now I got to figure out what I want to put on the t-shirt. Because I want him to be able to wear it out and about wherever, whether it be to work or whatever. Because some days he can wear, I don't know if he wears t-shirts like that to work. Because, well, he might be able to now, but he has to wear certain clothing, FR rated clothing for the electrical that he works around and things. I love, Tank, that hook that you got. I noticed it was a Susan Bates hook, though. I'm wondering if she does them with the clover tips. Because if she does them with clover tips, then I would be like all over that. Yep, nothing wrong with furls, exactly. I don't like them personally to use. I do, however, have a, where did I put them? I moved them. Oh, they're all right there. I have one of their metal ones. When they first started coming out with the full metal ones, I have a silver J-hook. I don't mind it too much, but I just don't, it's just not one I think to use, so I don't use it. I go to these clovers and dots more than I do anything else. But anyway, what would you make with that? What'd we say? 1,100 yards total is what I'll end up having, plus whatever's in the big one, which I'm saving the big one for. So here's my plan. I'm gonna go live today. Obviously, I'm live today through Wednesday. I'm gonna go live on Wednesday, even though it's Christmas Eve. But we're not doing anything till later in the day, afternoon, evening. And my husband will be home, but I'm gonna do Christmas Eve morning. And then I'll be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be a 4-day weekend without me on live morning. And then I'll come back I'll do the same thing next week because my husband will be off again Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the New Year's. And so I'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, do New Year's Eve morning, and then I'll be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. So that is my plan for now. I depending on New Year's Day, actually next week I might go all week. I don't know. But my husband has the week off, so, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. So I kind of want to allow him to sleep in because he doesn't get to do that very often, except on the weekends. And so, yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to my plan. I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of each week, this week and next week. So that way he can, get his mornings of sleeping in. Oh, let's see. I don't tell him I don't care. Right, Margaret? I don't care is not a color. I don't care does not feed us either. Or his other option of eating. And I won't even, I've already gone far enough. I won't go any further on that subject on what I mean. If you know men, you know what I mean. I'm like, dude, that does not feed our family. Or even you. Sure. Yes. Anybody that is a moderator, if they are willing to share Nadine's link, by all means. Boys are good too. I like boy hooks, but I really prefer these over. Look, I put all my hooks I don't use. These are all hooks I've had for years. This is one of the first sets I got before I got my clovers off of Amazon. I just can't part with them. I don't know why. I could give these to somebody that could actually use them, but this is a boy style hook. It's very similar to the clovers, but I don't know. I just have a hard time, parting with these. And then I need to get this out. I got this for my plane trip. It's a yarn cutter. And I made a little thing to hold it on a keychain. So here's another one of my Yarnology hooks. That's a size K. I'm going to put this one out with next to it. It's the J hook. I even got my old plastic ones in here. I don't like this one. It's a cheapie. I think this is is this a Susan Bates or a boy plastic? I don't remember which one it is. Oh, Nadine is, if you saw the hook that Tank put in the Discord, on Frizzy's Discord, that's the hook that was made by her. And then I also have some of these in here. I used to have a whole set of these and I got rid of them. And this one's actually from Hobby Lobby. But it was this isn't the same one, but it's a little different. But the bamboo handled ones by, was it Boy or Susan Bates? I can't remember, but there's a bamboo handled one and they may still be around, but I used to have a bamboo handled set. I don't know why I got rid of them, but I did. And then I have some of them. Yeah, these are smaller Amazon hooks. Oh, look, there's another one of those. 5.5. So it's another different one. Put those out right there. I got a 5.5, 6, and 6.5 in those Yarnology hooks. That's it. And I do have the tried and true boy hooks like Melissa was talking about. I don't know. I can't go back to these. They feel so skinny compared to, it's not much of a difference. but that little bit just feels better in my hand. It actually feels like I can, I don't know, or I'm not having to like, my pinky doesn't have to like, you know, like really close up. Yeah, so like, I don't know, I just can't part with these hooks for some reason. And then I got my old steel hook set in here. I've had this set since I started crocheting. I've had this set right here forever. Let's see if I can get it back in there. So yeah, I got some wooden ones in here too. These are nitpick ones from Hobby Lobby. Again, I don't prefer these because of how skinny they are. I like the hook head, but I don't like how skinny it is. But I got it to try it out because it was cheap at Hobby Lobby, so. But yeah, I'm gonna put these back. Oh, these are vintage hooks in here. These are all my vintage hooks I bought off of eBay. These are all boy and, yeah, they're all boy hooks. They're my vintage hooks that I bought off eBay. just to have vintage hooks, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous. Again, buying problem. I've broken so many of those. You think the clear ones are the Susan Bates? I think they are too. Maybe, Marianne, maybe I'll send you my metal ones. I don't know. I don't know. I have a hard time. I don't know why, but I have a hard time parting with them, even though I have these. And they're taking up space. Maybe I could do a giveaway. I'm gonna go through my hooks and do like maybe I'll do a giveaway of hooks to you guys, because at least if I give them to you, I'll feel better about getting rid of them because I know that you will appreciate them more than somebody that, I don't know. Picture of my furls. Cool. I mean, I'm not necessarily interested in getting a ton. Like, I would love to get one if she could do, you know, the clover tip on it. Yeah, maybe I can do like a giveaway of Made for Silver. I love that. So maybe I just hold on to them. I don't know. The ones that are in there though are cheap ones. You know, like ones that you can. I think you can actively buy all the hooks in there now. You decided no beads on this poncho. You know, I think I'm gonna just go through them and pull out all the. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna actually go through them and pull out all the non-boy. I don't have any Susan Bates ones. Any of them that aren't boy hooks. Maybe I could turn some of them into my own resin hooks. I just don't know how they do that though. How they get the resin, or how they get the hook in the center of the resin. I know that some use what's called a pen resin mold, a resin mold for pens that you can make your own writing pens with the resin, and you just stick the little pen piece in the center of it, the writing part. I don't know how you refill those pens unless you just remake them. Too much for the work, huh? Tank with the beads. I'm really trying to find another craft to get into. I just don't know what I want to do. Like, I want to do crochet. I'm not ever giving that up, but I want something else. I need something different. I used to scrapbook, but I keep thinking to myself, do I want to scrapbook? I'm like, no, because I used to have pictures printed, right? Nowadays, I don't need to print pictures. They're on my phone. They're all digital. And so it's like, I don't want to take the time to have them printed anymore. So it's like, but then I was thinking I could do some sort of like junk journaling type of scrapbooking where I just get a bunch of scrapbook supplies and then just decorate the poo out of a page just to my liking, whatever I'm feeling that day. You know, like, oh, hey, I want to use this heat tool and emboss on this page today, or I'm going to put this clock paper image, you know, it's just whatever. Because I used to love to play with scrapbooking stuff, you know, like cutting paper and using the decorative scissors and the glue or the adhesive sticker tapes and things. And now it's like, I don't know. Oh, and I still plan on doing a dib sale, although I did recently on one Jaxie's Creation by Jax's Live this last weekend. She's helping a person out named Len, I think. Landers. And I am donating a Boggy Creek blanket, like 1,000 yards. I'm donating 1,000 yards of yarn to make a blanket to some people that have won like boggy blanket mystery packs or something from somebody. And so after I do that, I'm still going to do a dibs sale, but I think I'm going to do it about mid to late January because I wanted to wait till we got out of the Christmas buying shopping. So I want to get it done like right now, but I want to allow people to recuperate from all the spending for Christmas. And then, like, you know, with taxes coming up, I don't want people to be like not be able to pay taxes and things. So it's like 12 more minutes and night. Go ahead and go rest and get the night pills out of your system. And good morning, Arlena. So yeah, I think I have a hard time parting with my yarn, but I really need to get it into a state that doesn't overwhelm me. And currently it is overwhelming. I know we say we want all the things and we want all the yarn. It really is a lot though when you have it for real. I mean, I obviously don't have all the things because there's way more yarn out there than I can ever have, but I definitely have more than enough. I've been blessed. So, y'all, I have 2 more skeins to go through. So I hope you enjoyed me just hanging out, winding yarn, and talking about all the things. I keep wanting, after I put the yarn started on here, I keep wanting to wind over here, but it's right here in front of me. Right. Okay, I'll have to remember that. So then maybe early February or early March, which would be better because a lot of people start getting their taxes back. Well, early taxers. I say that because I'm coming from experience. We usually, my husband, the moment he gets every document in, he is like done and submitted. And we usually have our taxes back well before the April deadline. So I don't know. I want to get it done as soon as possible, but I want to also make sure that if people want to purchase any of it, they're able to. And it'll be like last time, you know, it's literally going to be size dependent on the price. If it's like a certain size, it'll be like, you know, it'll be under I don't want to promise anything, but it should be $5 and under per skein. March. Okay. So early March then. Man, that feels like a long ways away, but it is really only 2 months. I suppose I can hold off till then. Let me see. What is that? Because I would do it like a Saturday or Sunday. Let's see. No. I know it's really far out, but well, I can't do it those 2 weekends. Gosh darn it. Oh, it's April 1st. I don't want that. That's why I can't. Okay, March. Are we going to be there the whole weekend? I don't know. It's either going to be the 7th or 14th of March because my middle child has a new football schedule coming up where some of our weekends are going to be busy. We're going to be gone all weekend with him playing football. So, I don't know. It may have to wait till after his season's over. But we'll see. I'll have to play it by ear. I got 2 months, 2.5 months before then. But it'll probably be like the first or second weekend in March. So plan accordingly. Save the pennies if you need to. And I don't know if I think I said good morning, Arlena. I'm trying to get through the last 2 skeins of this. Our purrs are making you sleepy. I wish I could get our cat to purr. My daughter is about the only person that can get her to purr, and it's so annoying. It's like every so often, blue moon, this cat will purr for me, but she will purr for me when we first come home from a trip. Like, you're back, you're my people, but where's my human? I want her. And there's a noise outside that sounds like the wind. But it's not windy at all. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. So, by the way, y'all remember that kid that left his bike here? Has not been back since. But is his bike still here? Is the bike that he left still here? Yup. Apparently, it was either stolen or he don't care. Because it's too small for, like, it was too small for him. Like, my 8-year-old, it's almost too small for. But my kids are riding it around. I'm like, don't tear it up. I don't know if that kid's ever going to come back, and I don't want him to come back and get a tore up bike. But I told my husband, I said, come after December, we can give it away. Like, I said, we're going to, like, I don't even know how many months it's been. But I wanted to give him like 6 months or something like that. I don't think it's been 6 months, but still, I'm like, I think it's been like 4. So I was like, I'm going to give him till the first of the year. If he hasn't come back and got it, then we can get rid of it. Because none of my kids need it. And none of my kids can fit it because it's tiny. It's like a 5-year-old might be able to fit this bike. Okay, I need to start putting these back in here because I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space on my desk for all this yarn. Okay. Last one. The white linen colored one I'm leaving as a full skein because y'all, joining squares as you go, making this in, like, if making a blanket from granny squares does not scare me anymore. These are the pants, y'all. For those of you, I don't know if some of you missed it, but I have them stitch markered on there so that I could see like where the placement of the leg was going to be. I still have to do the other leg. So I have one more level, one more row to put on the length here, and then I got a whole other leg to do, which this takes no time at all. But I love how this turns out, joining these as you go. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I kind of went rogue a little bit on how I'm putting it together, because the pattern has you like sewing them together or something, and I'm like, meh. Report the bike to the place? Meh, it's fine. It's been like 6 months since we've had this bike, so I'm gonna be like, I'm either gonna put a sign on it by the road saying free to a good home, or free, please take. I'm sure somebody will stop by and pick it up. We've actually done that once where I think we had something sitting out by the road with free on it, and someone actually came by and picked it up. Yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about reporting it. We've already dealt with the police with him, with, reporting that he was at our house, and so it's not a big deal. If he comes back by and asks for it or something, I'll be like, dude, we held on to that thing for over 6 months. We didn't want it around anymore, so we took it to a thrift store or something. I don't know. It's not a nice bike either. But no, I'm not gonna worry about it. Just gonna take it and donate it. I'll probably donate it to. Actually, you know what I might do with it? I might take it to instead of taking it to Goodwill, we have another place around here. It's a homeless shelter organization that acquires donations, and you can donate just about anything to them. And what they do is they give it away for free to people that are, hard up for money and can't buy things. So, you know what? I wonder if they're open tomorrow, because I could take it tomorrow and then maybe somebody could get it for a Christmas present for a kid. I might have to see if they're open tomorrow. If they're open tomorrow, this place I'm talking about, the organization, I might go drop the bike off with them if I'm able to. I don't know if they'll take bikes. Honestly, Margaret, I don't know, because the crotch instructions on Yarnspirations pattern is confusing, and so is the I don't know that there's any instructions for it on the other one that I bought. I'm literally just taking the diagram from Yarnspirations and sewing it together, and then I don't know. I'm just gonna figure it out, I guess, or I'm gonna take pictures of it, send it to you guys, and be like, what do I do here? I don't know. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, 8:59 already? Oof, I need to finish this one up. I'm gonna go a little faster just to get this one done. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and get them going on school, make sure they're doing their school, and sit there and make sure they do it without screwing with each other, and continue working on the granny square pants. And then once those are done, I can move on to finishing the floppy kitty, the floppy cat. What are you doing? Well, maybe you should put them up where they, in your room or something. And I said maybe you should put your technology stuff up in one location all the time, and then you know where it was. Small granny square in the crotch. I could do that. I do have some small ones that I accidentally did of the wrong color. I was like, whoopsies, wrong color. not the color I was supposed to be doing 11 of. I already did them. So I could use those. Speaking of yarn, I need to get some of my scraps that I was throwing in my box here. So I accidentally made, they're mixed up in my scrap, my little ends here. I accidentally made these. So I could use these little squares that I did. Somehow, I got like, I've got several of them. I think I got like 5 here that I could use somehow. Well, I hope you guys have great naps. So I need to empty my little trash can here. It's full. I don't know where my yarn bin is. I'll have to throw it away. I'll have to empty it later. Ugh, I'll just squish it. Like, what are those things called? The trash compactors? Just compact it down in there. Anyway, I got all my yarn caked up. So now all this can go in the scrap bin. And I can make something with all this yarn. I don't know what, but I can make some. So there's all my granny square yarn caked up. The curve on the back side of the art is always deeper than on the front, if that helps. Hit me up if you need help. I used to sew lots of pants. Okay, Margaret, I will do my best to do that. The curve on the back side is always deeper. I wonder how I could do. Maybe do like an X shape with these. I don't know. I'm confused. I know I need to make it like a like underwear. Oh goodness. Anyway, I need to go. It is after 9. And I'm gonna put this back on here really fast. Okay. I'm gonna fix this while I still have you guys on here so I can make sure I put it back to the right spot. I think we're good. There we go. I want my JB sign to be just, I want to keep it in view. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you, and I'm going to go find that live that I was shouted out on. And I hope you guys have a great day. I will be back same time tomorrow, same place. Know that you are worth something to somebody, and you are loved here on this channel. Have a great day, guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow.